Please share Siddiq with you on ANS Weekly English News. The violence has forced thousands to flee, prompting a UN official to accuse Myanmar of carrying out ethnic cleansing of the Muslim minority. The brutal gang rape that Habiba and her sister endured in a story that is becoming depressingly familiar among the thousands of Rohingya refugees fleeing to Bangladesh to escape the violence of Myanmar's soldier. They tied both of us to the bed and raped us one by one, said 20-year-old Habiba, who has now found shelter with a Rohingya refugee family a few kilometers from the Bangladesh-Myanmar border. We were almost starving here, but at least no one is coming here to kill us or torture, said Hashimullah, Habiba's older brother, who escaped with his sisters. Habiba and her sister Samira, 18, say they were raped in the house in Udong village by troops who then burned down their home. They torched most of the homes, killed numerous people, including our father, and raped many young girls, said Habiba, who agreed to be identified in this story. One of the soldiers told us before leaving that they will kill us if they see us around the next time they will come here. Then they tortured our home. Widespread allegations of rape have raised fears that Myanmar security forces are systematically using sexual violence against the stateless Rohingyas. Officials said that the boats spotted during patrols at several points on the river in Teknaf Upazila on Sunday were carrying at least 60 people. As many as 416 Rohingyas have been pushed back to Myanmar between November 1 and 27, says the BJP. Cox's Bazar-based BJP 34th Battalion Chief Lieutenant Colonel Imran Ullah Sarkar said 5 Rohingya, including 2 minors, were sent back on Sunday while crossing the border at Ukias, Balukhali and Bandarbans, Gongdon. Teknaf-based BJP 2 battalions Major Abu Russell Siddiqui said 6 boats on the Teknaf River were stopped while trying to enter Bangladeshi waters on Sunday. He said each of the boats carried at least 10 people. The Myanmar army started a massive crackdown against Rohingyas in Arakan state after 9 police officers were killed in 3 police stations outposts along the Myanmar-Bangladesh border on October 9. Hundreds of Rohingya are trying to cross the border into Bangladesh amid escalating violence, but the Myanmar government denies that the Rohingyas are fleeing due to its brutal crackdown. Bangladesh Nationalist Party BNP chairperson Khaleda Zia on Sunday called the repression on the Rohingya Muslim by Myanmar forces as genocide, asking the Bangladesh authorities to give them shelter as much as possible. I am deeply shocked and concerned over the brutal genocide being carried out by the government forces of neighboring Myanmar on Rohingya community, she said in a statement issued by the press secretary Maruf Kamal Khan. The BNP leader also called on the international community to play an active role in bringing an end to the persecution of Rohingyas and to ensure that they live in their homeland of Myanmar with safety and security. Former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia was very critical of Myanmar leader, Nobel Peace Prize winner Aung San Suu Kyi for the persecution of Rohingyas. The Rohingyas are being killed by shooting and slaughtering. They are being burned to death. They are being evicted from their homestead, setting fire to their houses, villages after villages. Rohingya women are being violated, even infants are not being spared, Khaleda observed, giving a gloomy picture of the situation in Myanmar's Arakan state. Myanmar's military chief General Min Aung Hlaing decided that the provision for a state of emergency and a potential military takeover of the country amid an ongoing military conflict in the northern Shan state and threat from the Muslim rebel in the West Burma. It was the second time this month that the army chief mentioned the clause in Burma's 2008 constitution, which was also drafted by the military, that allows the military to stage a coup in the event of chaos and instability. The constitution also reserved 25% of the seat in the parliament for the military representative. In his speech at the National Defense College on Saturday, the military chief justified the army's continuing role in Burmese politics. The military is a stability force on political and ethnic issues, he said. The military could not engage in party politics, but 2008 constitution did ensure provision for a state of emergency, said the senior general, according to the military mouthpiece Mewade Delhi. The HAT Foundation said they concluded the humanitarian project on Thursday for displaced people in the Rohingya villages of Mongdo city of Arakan state in Myanmar. The foundation's director Abdulaziz bin Mirza said the project started from the beginning of this week with 232 bags of rice were distributed to 463 families, and the number of beneficiaries were 2,427 people. Bin Mirza pointed out that the foundation has been able to reach the displaced people through one of Islamic preachers in Arakan at the time when the government of Myanmar prevented the entry of the aid organization in the displaced and burned villages of Arakan. For his part, one of the supervisors of the foundation said the distribution of the aid is needed for the families. Those are living in a state of terror and fear with the army movements, and called on all Muslims to come to their rescue with food and medicine. A young Rohingya man was shot by the army in the village of Nakura, southern of the city of Mongdo in Arakan state. Agency correspondent added that the army raided the village after the Asr prayer and entered a mosque in the village, and then one of the army fired a shot towards the victim as he left in the mosque, lodged in his neck, later died on the spot. The correspondent added that a number of Rohingya people, those prayed there, were also detained without any charges. The reputation of Aung San Suu Kyi's government in Myanmar is at stake amid international concerns over how it is dealing with the violence in the Kashmir-divided northwest, a senior United Nations official warned on Tuesday. The conflict in Myanmar's Arakan state has sent hundreds of thousands of Rohingya Muslims fleeing across the border to Bangladesh amid allegations of abuses by the security forces. The crisis poses a serious challenge to Nobel Peace Prize winner Suu Kyi, who swept to power last year on promises of national reconciliation. In a statement by Adaman Dieng, the UN Special Advisor on the Prevention of Genocide, said the allegation must be verified as a matter of urgency and urged the government to allow access to the area. If they are true, the lives of thousands of people are at risk. The reputation of Myanmar, its new government and the military forces is also at stake in these matters, he said. Myanmar needs to demonstrate its commitment to the rule of law and to human rights of all its population. It cannot expect such serious allegations are ignored or go unscrutinized, he said. Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak will take part in a rare rally to protest the ongoing crackdown in Arakan, an official from his office said Tuesday. The gathering, which will take place in a yet-to-be-announced location on Sunday, will involve politicians, NGOs and all concerned with the issue, the official told AFP without giving further detail. Last Friday, Malaysia summoned the Myanmar ambassador while around 500 Malaysian and Rohingya refugees marched through a heavy tropical downpour from Kuala Lumpur Mosque to Myanmar's embassy carrying banners denouncing the situation in Arakan. Muslim majority Malaysia's cabinet also issued a statement last week condemning the violence and unusually strong criticism against the fellow number of 10 countries associated of a Southeast Asian country which has a policy of non-interference in the member states. The major gathering on December 4 is to express our concern over the violence taking place to the Rohingya. Deputy Prime Minister Zahid Hamidi was quoted as saying by the Malay Mail Online on Tuesday. Thank you for watching this Ship Siddiq. Hope to see you very soon with more news. And until then, take care.